Hey guys, I'm here to do my book haul, the last one for January, so it is January 31 already. I was going to do like a weekly reads, but I'm pretty much still reading Unearthly, and I started an adult book as well. I'm still reading Stuck With You. I'm not getting very far with that because I'm just concentrating on other books at the moment, and it's very slow for me to read, and it's just not really catching my attention very much. And I'm reading something else. Oh, A Million Suns. I kind of put that to the side, but you guys probably already know that. So, I got some books in the mail past couple of days. I also just came home from the library where I work on Tuesdays, and I found a book, and I also found a free book there too. Tried very hard not to borrow any books, which is really good because I've got tons to read already in my room, but I really wanted to read this one because it's been on my wish list for a while. So I'm going to get straight into it. The first book that I got is Never 18 by Megan Bostick, and I'm really pissed off because I don't know if you can tell there, it's got this really sticky thing, and I don't know why, but the cover keeps bending over. And I just hate it when they ruin my books like that. I just really hate it. It pisses me off so much. But even so, I'm really excited to read this book. It's a very short book. It's only 200 or so pages, and I believe it is a debut novel. If I already said that, I'm not sure, but I'll read you a blurb. I might just try and fix this up a little bit. It said, "I had the dream again. The one where I'm running. I don't know what from or where, but I'm scared, terrified really. Austin Parker is never going to see his 18th birthday. He probably won't even see it to the end of the year. But in a short time he has left, there's one thing he can do. He can try to help the people he loves live, even though he never will. It's probably hopeless, but he has to try." So when I read the premise for this story, I was really excited because for me it does sound like something, different. It's contemporary, so it's not so much, the themes of paranormal and things like that. And I just like the aspect that, he might not live. And it's all essentially terrible, but it's just a premise that sounds really interesting and different. And I really like that it's a short book because, in between the really thick books, I like reading contemporary books like this. Even though it does take me a bit longer. Again, this is a bit dirty at the back too, so I'm quite pissed at that. Then I got Prom and Prejudice by Elizabeth Olberg. She is the author of The Lonely Hearts Club. This book was published in 2011, and so the paperback was published in 2012. I didn't expect it to be this short, but that's okay because it's good because it's another short one. And I read you the back of this one. It says, "Is it a true adversely acknowledgement that a single girl of high school standing at Longbourn Academy must be in want of a prom date? After winter break, the girls at the very prestigious Longbourn Academy become obsessed with the prom. Lizzie Bennet, who attends Longbourn on a scholarship, isn't interested in designer dresses and expensive shoes. But when her best friend Jane might be, especially now that Charles Bingley is back from semester in London, Lizzie is happy about her friend's burgeoning romance. But less than impressed by Charles' friend, will Darcy, who's snobby and pretentious and doesn't seem to like Lizzie either." I just read that completely wrong. Clearly, Darcy is a pompous jerk. So why does Lizzie find herself drawn to him anyway? Will Lizzie's pride and Will's prejudice keep them apart, or are they a prom couple in the making? Whatever the results, Elizabeth Olberg's author of The Lonely Hearts Club has concocted a funny, completely stylish delight for any season, prom or otherwise. So I just thought, it's cute. Keep it up. And again, these are books that I have had pre-ordered since last year, so it's good. I'm going really well with my spendings. Then of course, I got Everneath by Brody Ashton. This says 6 months ago, Nikki Beckett vanished into an underworld known as Everneath. Now she's returned to her old life, her family, her boyfriend for another 6 months before she leaves again. It's time forever. She has 6 months before Everneath comes to claim her. 6 months for goodbyes she can't find words for. 6 months to find redemption, if it exists. And I think the premise is absolutely fantastic for this book. I have been anticipating it, and I love the cover. Though I don't know if that's the case for you guys, but does yours have like a yellow tinge there, like a custard tinge? I don't know, I thought it was white, but I think it looks a bit weird, but to me, anyway. But I'm excited, still, for that one. Just going to quickly move them over here. Then I got my ARC copy of Chopsticks by Jessica Anthony and Rodrigo Corral, and I got this from Mary Catherine Nubler, who is a book reviewer, and her blog or website, I guess you can say, is www.extraordinarymary.com. I'll put a link down below, and she sent her little business card. I won't show you guys inside because when I opened it I realized that it was completely different to anything I've ever experienced before, and I don't want to ruin that experience for anyone. Officer, like I said, this is the ARC. The final copy comes out in February, so if I like it I will check out the other content and pick it up, but I'm really looking forward to reading this. I want to take my time with it, of course, because it's beautiful, it's visually beautiful, and so I will probably most likely read it in February though, because it comes out in February, so that's important. So the book that I picked up at the library for free is a fairly old one, published in 2005, and it's called Through a Crimson Veil by Patty O'Shea, and the back says, Los Angeles once, it was a city of angels, now it's Crimson City, whose inhabitants know nothing of heaven. The tentative peace between the species, werewolf, vampire, human, teeters on the brink of collapse. Sides are being chosen, yet the peril is greater than any imagine. There is a power here that longs for release, an ancient darkness held captive for too long. Below, beneath, beyond it cease. And there are those who want to see it freed. Mika herself seeks freedom. She's come to Crimson City looking for the key, but that key's keeper is a killer, an outsider, a mercenary with a poison past. To her kind, he has meant only death. No matter that Connor McCabe's pale green eyes hold a hint of lust, the glint of a bond never to be broken, the path ahead lies in shadow. In a city like this, death can come by fire or fang, by claw or kiss, and at the moment of truth must come through a crimson veil. So, I was looking at me all day, so I thought, yeah, the library sometimes offers like this collection of free books that you can just take and keep, and they also have a section of books that you can take that they haven't gone through the system, but you return it when you're finished with it, so that someone else can read it. They also have a section at the front for donation books. So I got this one for free, which, if you're going to get a book for free, that's cool. And it sounds like really interesting, and I liked it. I liked the size of it, and it's not going to be like on my top to be read list, but I'm actually quite excited to read it, and it's a paranormal action romance story. It hasn't got the most alluring cover, but never to judge a book by its cover. And lastly, the book that I borrowed from the library today is Kelly Catrone's with Meredith Bryant, Normal Gets You Nowhere, and I absolutely love this cover so much. And I'll just read the synopsis for you. Normal. According with constituting or not deviating from a norm, rule or principle, conforming to a type, standard or regular pattern of, relating to or characterized by average intelligence or development. Normal? Who wants to be that? Here. When Kelly Cotone's first book, If You Have to Cry, Go Outside, was first published, young people flocked to this new voice. Finally, someone was telling it like it is, in a language they spoke. It quickly became a New York Times bestseller, and fashion published Kelly Cotone became more than just a personality. She became a beloved guru, mentor, and fairy godmother. Now she's back with another no-holds-barred book to awaken our souls and kick our asses into gear. With Normal Get You Nowhere, she invites us to get our freak on. History is full of successful, world-changing people who did not fit in. Think Nelson Mandela, Joan of Arc, Eleanor Roosevelt, Amelia Earhart, John Lennon, and Rosa Parks. Instead of changing themselves to accommodate the status quo or what others thought they should be, these people hung to a light of their differences and changed humanity in the process. So, yeah. And, like, it's really a short book. Like, really short, actually. Like, that short. But I think it's cool because, you know, so much of society is built around conforming to others. And, you know, there is a standard that you have to conform to survive. You know, getting a job, etc., etc. But I always struggle with trying to fit into the mold of society because I'm definitely not normal and I'm proud of it. So, you know, I've had a lot of trials and tribulations, I guess you can say, in my life regarding to people think I'm weird. I mean, even in primary school, I had a teacher come up to me and say, you know, to one of my friends, why are you actually friends with her? Which is kind of rude, but she said I like her because she's weird, and you know, I've kept some of those friends for years and years, so nothing can change. But I'm all for being yourself and not conforming, and not so much telling the world to fuck off, but telling the world to deal with it, because you know, you only live once, you really do. And I like empowering books like that. It's not so much reading a self-help book, but just, you know, another person's journey and seeing how they lived it, and you know, being proud of the freaks they are, because you know, it's okay. And if you were like completely perfect and normal, then I just don't see the point in living, personally, because I'm weak like that. But anyway, enough about that. So that's the books that I have for my deliciously filled bookshelf already. I have no room in my bookshelves whatsoever. I have my to-be read books scattered over desks. I have books piling and piling, trying to find space for them. I have books that were on my shelf that are now in crates, and I have a, you know, full page list still, like, growing of books that I want to get still. So, but I love it. It's my life and I'm happy with it. I don't think I'd live it any other way. So, yep. If you want to know anything else about them, I'm sure they are on Goodreads. Yeah. If you have any suggestions of some videos that I could make, feel free, because I'm trying to make some more interesting videos rather than just the same old, same old. So if you've got any suggestions, put it out there. I'm more than happy to listen to them. And I'll see you later. Bye.